Hi there, welcome to our website. You've clicked on Cut Price Skips. It's a pleasure having you here. My name's Robert Heidemanns. I'm the owner of the business. Look, I suppose I'd like to mention our business model is just one of giving the absolute best possible service to all our clients. We service obviously clients in Canberra, Queanbeyan. We go all the way out to Bungendore, Carwoola, even out to Hoskinstown out that way. On the other side of town, Murrumbateman and Yass. We go all the way out there, and we're even dropping a bin off at Mikalago today. So look, you know, if anyone needs a skip in the area, we're your people. It's as simple as that. You know, now whether you're just needing to hire, you know, a 2 metre bin, that's the smallest size skip we've got, or if you're, you know, a big builder and you've got a building site that needs, you know, 100 cubic metres worth of skips on site, we cater to all of those people right across the board. And the one thing that is mostly important, and you know, something that we really pride ourselves on, is everybody gets the best deal. We give the best price. It doesn't matter if you're hiring a 2 metre skip or, you know, 100 metres worth of skips. Everybody that comes to us gets the best price possible. So look, what I want to do today is show you around a little bit. I'm going to run through the different size skips in the yard there. Hopefully, if you're looking around, you know, that might be helpful if you know, you're not exactly sure as to what you need. I'm going to pop out there and we'll go through the bins for you, so it's you know, hopefully very obvious that you'll know what you need after you've seen the video. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. So just follow me out this way. Yeah, phone's ring, people calling. Actually, what we might do on the way through is we'll pop our head in the office and to the girls that you'll be talking to. Obviously, Angela's just going to be on the phone now, but Christy's free, so come on through. This is Christy. She's on one side of the office, and Angela's obviously busy on the other side of the office. Hi, Ange. How you going, Ange? Okay, follow me out. Okay, so come out into the yard. Now we've got the boys to put out the different sizes of bins for us. Don't have any trucks here at the moment. They're all out delivering bins for us today, but they've looked after us and set this all up for us. So we'll start down this end with the smaller size bins, and we'll work our way through to the larger ones. So look, we'll start here. That's a 2 metre bin. That's the smallest bin that we've got available. Good for small cleanups around the house. It's not really suitable for big items, you know, beds or mattresses or anything like that. None of that type of stuff's really going to fit in here. You might be able to fold a single mattress up to get it in, but apart from that, it's just, you know, small bits and pieces, cleanups, or if you've got you know, a small amount of concrete or dirt or brick that you want to get rid of, you know, this type of bin will suit you. It's only small, so you know, basically, if you want to walk past it, you're sort of looking at you know, 1-2 steps to get down the side of one of these. It's just up to my hip. So as you can see, it's small, handy bin. You'll get small stuff into there, probably about 3 to 4 car trailer loads of stuff if it's packed properly. Okay, so moving up from that, you've got the 3 metre bin, which is the next size up. Coming down the side of it, you know, you're sort of stepping past 2.5 steps. It's slightly higher than the 2. You can see that, you know, just onto my hip there, and this one's starting to get above it a little bit. Now with this type of bin, you are starting to be able to put longer items into this. You know, you're going to get a single mattress into that without any issues. You might be jumping up and down on a double to get it in, but you know, bed frames will generally sit in there. Tabletops, you're easily going to get those types of things in, and then any other junk you want to. You might get a small lounge into it, you know, a 2-seater. You know, you'll definitely get 1-seaters in there, but you're still a little bit restricted, but it's a very popular size, and you know, a lot of people like to use them. So moving up the line, then we've got the 4 metre bin. Again, walking down the side of this particular bin, 1, 2, 3 and a bit steps to get down the side of it. Now, This type of bin is you know, it's longer than the 3. Again, it's a little bit higher. You can see it's sort of coming up over my hip now, whereas the 3, which was the small one next to me, just a little bit lower. So you've got that sort of difference in height. And you're going to start now getting anything with any length to it into this bin. All your sort of beds, flattened down cupboards, all that type of stuff's going to fit in there without any issues. And obviously you're going to get all sorts of junk and rubbish in there as well. Now, when you are putting, for instance, a 3-seater lounge in this type of bin, or in any of the bins, what you want to do is put it in neatly first. You know, get the big items in first, so then you can pack all your little odds and ends in and around them. You don't want to be sort of tossing a big lounge in, having it sort of sit there on an angle upside down, taking up a lot of space and then throwing junk on top. You just lose a lot of space that way. So, you know, in that case, in nice and neatly, and then start packing your stuff around. That's the way you're going to get the vast majority of odds and ends into these bins. Okay, so then moving up to the next size. Now this is, obviously we were just talking about a 4-metre bin, that's one here, and the next size up is now a 6-metre bin. As you can see, it's now coming up to my chest on the side, and so it's a little bit bigger at the front of the other bins, but when you're walking down the side, we're sort of taking 4 steps to get past that. And as you can see, it's all the way up to my chest. What I might do is just hop in, just gives you a bit of an idea on the depth of this thing. We've got plenty of room in here for anything big. All your big stuff starts to go in here without too many issues. 3- and 4-seater lounges will fit in this thing. Yeah, complete lounge suites, beds, bases, big cupboards, anything like that. Once again, things with cupboards. If you're putting a cupboard into any of your skips, if you don't want to pull it apart, put it in first, light down, doors open, and start filling it up. Don't put a cupboard in there that's full of air and then you're throwing stuff on top of it. It's just wasting a lot of room, and you know, more often than not you'll find that you've still got stuff left over if you're not packing your bin correctly. So there you go, that's a 6-metre bin. We're just moving up the list, and the next size up then, which is the biggest bin that we'll offer, that's a 9-metre bin. So as you can see, it's a slightly different shape on the front here. It's slightly different. We still need to fit it onto the standard size truck, so you know, your width is very similar to the 6-metre bin, but as you can see, you know, I'm up to my chest here, but this 9-metre bin is now up to, well, pretty much up to my chin. Now, I'm about 6 foot tall, and so you can imagine putting that into context, it's, you know, it's a good size. Walking past the bin, you know, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to get past it. And if you just want to come down this side, I'll just show you generally how we use this type of bin. Now, because these sides are so high, if you're throwing light stuff into the bin, that's fine, that'll just go straight over the top, but the way to load these 9-metre bins is from the back. Now, we've got this lower end at the back, so you can imagine, you know, people that are using these bins, these large ones, often do have big items to go into them. So for instance, you might get 2 guys, one on each end of a lounge suite, or 4-seater lounge, pick it up, put it on the side, let it slide, and just push the thing then into it. It's really handy having this lower end on this bin, and as you can imagine, it's taking up, it's accepting a lot of stuff. The 9-metre bin, you're going to fit roughly, you know, 10 to 12 car trailer loads of stuff into it. Maybe that and that again with the ute. You know, the back of a ute, you probably get about 12, 14 ute loads of stuff into this type of bin. Now, with these 6, the 4 and the 3-metre bins, we've also got doors available in them. Now that comes in very handy if you're getting rid of heavy stuff, heavy material like concrete or dirt or bricks. And what happens is the door takes up the complete back of this end. It unpins and lies down, so it turns into a ramp, and so it's really easy if you just walk up your wheelbarrow and ramp straight into the back of these bins. It just saves you throwing all the stuff over again and then, you know, digging it out or throwing it out of your wheelbarrow again. You just roll your wheelbarrow straight into it. Now, we don't charge any extra 4 bins with doors in them, but at the same time you do actually need to request them. It's not something that happens automatically. You do need to specifically talk to the girls about the fact that you need something with that accessibility in it, because of the job that you need to do. So, look, I suppose the one thing that now that I've mentioned about these doors and the possibility that you might be putting heavy material into your bins, what we really do try and do is recycle as much material as possible. It's our concern that there's too much stuff going to landfill these days, and so we really do dearly love to divert stuff away from landfill. What we've found is a lot of the time people will mix bins up. For instance, if you've got a job where you've got 150 bricks that have been sitting in your backyard for a couple of years and you want to get rid of them, but you've got other stuff that you want to get rid of as well. Well, the last thing you want to do is mix those types of materials together. General household junk and rubbish goes to landfill. We get charged $122 per tonne on a pro rata basis. So depending on how heavy the load is, depending on how much we get charged when we take the stuff into the tip, that's for general household waste. Now, 1 cubic metre of brick or 1 cubic metre of concrete weighs around about 1.1 to 1.2 tonne. Now, if that type of stuff goes through the landfill, you're paying somewhere in the vicinity of $150, $160, just for that amount of brick. So there are recycling centres in Canberra that will take clean brick loads or clean concrete loads, and even clean fill, which is basically dirt. The difference in price is if we can take a tonne of concrete to the concrete recyclers, we get charged about $8 a tonne to dump that stuff there. If that goes to landfill, we get charged $122 a tonne. We can't do anything about that. So if you've got a load that's a mix of that type of stuff, what we really love to do is have a chat to the girls. They'll figure out around about how much rubbish you've got, how much heavy material you've got, and for instance, if the total of what you've got there is approximately 4 metres, what we generally do is split the bin up. So we'll give you 2 2-metre bins. All your clean concrete or clean bricks go into one bin. That goes to recycling. All the rubbish separately goes to landfill. So we're cutting a heap of cost out of the tip fees by splitting that load up. And as well as that, we're diverting a fair bit of stuff away from landfill. So in summary, we're set up to give our clients the best possible service we can. The girls in the office take hundreds of calls over any given week. They know their stuff. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please do give us a call. We're very happy to answer any of your questions. Even if you're not looking at hiring a bin right away, but you just want some help, please call Angela and Christy. They'll help you out as much as they possibly can. They've done it 1,000 times. On the website, if you don't have an opportunity to call, you can always just shoot us a quick email if you've got any questions, or if you want to make an order. Please just find the spot there on the website where you can click on and just send an email straight to the office. It goes through to Angela's computer, and we'll get back to you right away. And I suppose in summary, all we want you to do is have a bit of a look around the website. We've set it up so it's as user-friendly as possible. And hopefully you'll give us a call at some stage soon. We can get together, find out exactly what your needs are, serve you in the best way possible, give you the best price possible for the skip that you want to hire, and we'll look forward to your call. Thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate it.